Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunj Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunj Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Giridharadhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Giridharadhari, Yashodanandana Vrajajana, Yashodanandana Vrajajana, Yamuna Tira Vartari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunj Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari, Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna. Uh, so Ekadashi, right? Today, how many of you chanted more? Raise your hands. How many of you chanted extra today? Hmm. Nobody? Why? Today is a very powerful day. Okay, only one person. Good. Adviti, how many rounds did you chant?
Ma'am, Mataji, 4 rounds I chant.
Haribol! Wonderful. So that is the enthusiasm we all have to have. Okay, very nice. How many of you started your japa? In case you have not begun, how many of you started chanting one round? Madhumita. Very good. And how many of you started reading Bhagavad Gita? At least one page? Or how many of you ordered today your Bhagavad Gita or Japamala or whatever? Okay, so chapter 12, uh, we need to continue. Okay, yesterday we were doing chapter 12, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी वाचातिदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay, now we will be doing it in 13th chapter also. Okay, how do you learn anything? Okay, even if it is school studies or Bhagavad Gita, how do you learn? You learn first of all. You listen to the class, that is lecture. Okay, you learn 0% from that. Okay, and then when you go back and read it or watch the video again, then you will learn 10 to 20%. Okay, and then when you start implementing it, okay, or demonstrating it, you will learn 30%. Okay, and then when you discuss it with your parents or with your friends whatever you've learned, then you will learn 50%. And then when you practice it, okay, you will learn 75%. And when you teach others, when you tell others, your friends or anybody, then you will learn 90%. Okay, and then what about 100%? Anybody knows how will you learn 100%? By teaching others, by doing all this, you will learn only 90%. What about remaining 100%? 10%. I got the answer in the chat. Very good. It is Krishna Kripa. Okay. Only when only when Krishna pours his mercy in it, that remaining 10% you will learn completely. Okay. Nothing is apart from Krishna. That's why everything is dependent on Krishna. Okay. So the remaining 10% is Krishna Kripa, Krishna's mercy. If Krishna's mercy is not there, you cannot learn anything 100%. You cannot achieve anything in your life 100%. Okay, and that's why practicing it and praying to the Lord for His mercy is very important. And how will you get His mercy easily? By observing Ekadashi. Okay, what do you do on Ekadashi? Just that you have to chant at least one round extra on Ekadashi, read at least one page more on of Bhagavad Gita on Ekadashi, and offer more and more devotion service. Okay, that's all. It's very easy. And yeah, so if you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in cultivation of knowledge. So if you cannot do all this, if you cannot even do karma yoga, okay, like we saw yesterday, giving away the results of the activities to the Lord, if you cannot even do that, then what you have to do? You have to just read more of scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all this you have to read more and more. Read, so that you get a lot of knowledge. Okay, and through that knowledge, you will understand how great Krishna is. Okay, and then you will start surrendering to the Lord, and you will understand Krishna easily. Okay, so this is the difference: working for Maya and working for Krishna. See, working for Maya is out of competition. Okay, my friend has a bigger, nice, anything, say a video game or something. I also want, or I want something better than that. Okay, my friend has a nice phone. I also want a nice phone. Right, all that is Maya. Okay, and working for Krishna is investing in your own spiritual development, buying Gita, buying Srimad Bhagavatam, reading, okay, buying the Japamala. All this is working for Krishna, and constantly. And when you watch YouTube, you're watching about Krishna, learning Krishna bhajan, or learning about our acharyas. Okay, so many Vaishnava acharyas are there, right? So a devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities is pure, expert, without cares, okay, free from all pain points, and does not strive for any result. So what is Krishna saying? Study, but don't keep the result in your mind. Okay, I want so much marks, that's why I'm studying. No, study because Krishna is asking you to study. Study because it is your duty to study. Okay, all that you get from studying, you have to give it to Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying. Who does not strive for any result, that person is very dear to me. So Krishna is telling who is very dear to Krishna. Okay, if we have all these qualities, we will also become very dear to Krishna. Okay, who is pure in mind, as in without any greed, anger, okay, bad intentions, right? Grudges, people hold grudges, right? All that is very bad. Okay, Krishna doesn't like us. And then whatever happens, Krishna will come and protect me. That is supposed to be the attitude of a devotee. See, free from all pains. Okay, like Draupadi was getting insulted, right, in front of the entire court. But what did she do? Did she give up? No, she said, Krishna will come and protect me, right? And finally she started praying to Krishna, and Krishna came and protected her, right? So that should be the devotee's character. Okay, so yeah, so all kinds of risk for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. For Krishna, we should be ready to do anything. Okay, however difficult the subject is, we should still study. Why? Because we are serving the Lord with our studying, right? Like how Arjuna fought. Arjuna said, okay, through fighting I will offer devotional service. Did Arjuna say, no, no, fighting is very difficult, I will not fight? No, I mean, he initially said, but later on he started understanding, right? And then yeah, so nothing can stop us from offering devotional service to the Lord. Okay, our laziness, okay, our attitude, saying, okay, what will others think if I talk about Krishna? And then if you have lots of time, still you will not chant. Why? You will be like, okay, I'll chant in the evening. When evening comes, you'll be like, I'll chant in the night. When night comes, you'll be like, I'll chant next morning, yesterday's, today's, day before tomorrow's, everything I will, sorry, day after tomorrow's, everything together I'll chant. And finally you will never chant. Okay, so that is called laziness. Okay, and you know what Prabhupada was doing at the age of 70 plus? He used to cook for so many people, all his devotees at home. He used to cook, offer it to the Lord, and feed them with Krishna prasadam. Every day he used to cook for them and give them meals. Okay, why? Because giving Krishna prasadam means giving Krishna bhakti to people. Okay, when Prabhupada used to cook and give Krishna prasadam to everybody, they used to become Krishna's devotees faster. They all started chanting 16 rounds more and more, and very easily. Okay, that is the magic of Krishna prasadam. You have to eat Krishna prasadam every day if you want to chant more and chant properly every day. Okay, and yeah, so now Krishna is telling the remaining set of qualities that are enduring him. Okay, so what? One is supposed to be equal to friends and enemies. You should not do partiality. Okay, and then you should not be very happy when something good happens and very sad when something bad happens. Okay, both you should consider it equal. Okay, and then you should not be proud of anything. Okay, and then you should also be free from all these bad qualities. Okay, and always silent and satisfied with everything. Okay, that's what I told, okay, my friend has a bigger phone, I also want bigger phone. You should be satisfied with the phone that you have. Okay, you should not always look at others. Look at what you have, don't look at what others have. Okay, and such qualities are very dear to Krishna. Okay, so we already saw the story, right? Rukmini and Satyabhama story. All that Krishna sees is the devotion with which you offer Krishna. Okay, not what you offer Krishna. See, I told you, right? There was a weighing tulabara going on, right? On one pan, Krishna was sitting, on the other pan, full of jewelry. Satyabhama wanted to weigh and show to everybody that her gold jewelry are heavier than Krishna. Okay, but then unfortunately she was putting so much every jewelry that she had, but Krishna never went up. When Krishna goes up, the gold jewelry comes down, and that's when it is said gold jewelry is weighing higher, heavier. Okay, but what happened? Finally, Satyabhama gave up. Then Rukmini came, and what did she do? She just put one leaf of tulsi with devotion, and immediately Krishna went on top and tulsi came down. That means tulsi started becoming heavy than Krishna. What is it that is becoming heavy? Not the tulsi leaf. The love that Rukmini had for Krishna is becoming heavy. And Krishna did not see what she offered, how much she offered, right? How she offered. He only saw how much love she had while offering. Okay, so that is the why was her love reaching Krishna so easily? Because of the Tulsi. Tulsi is the one that carries our devotion to the Lord and gives it to him. Okay, that's why Tulsi's place is lotus feet of the Lord. You go to any ISKCON temple, all you see is Tulsi leaves are stuck on the feet of the Lord. Okay, and if you do that, even you will get lot of mercy. Okay, yeah, so devotion service swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat, right? This is imperishable. You do little now. If you're doing one round of chanting now, from next janma you will directly start with two rounds. You're not going to lose anything. Okay, so what is Krishna saying here? Start with your devotion service. What happens if your mind starts thinking about Krishna? What happens? Every moment in your life becomes devotion service, and Krishna and such people are very very dear to Krishna. Okay, and yeah, now Prabhupada talks about devotee association. Okay, like I said yesterday, three secrets, right, for becoming a pure devotee. One is chanting every day. Second, eating Krishna prasadam. Third is devotee association. Okay, when you join your friends, only then I mean, when you join people who are pure devotees, when your friends are pure devotees, then what happens? You will constantly start talking about Krishna simultaneously, right? Otherwise, what happens? You will start when somebody else is like talking about other things where there is no Krishna in it. You will also start joining the conversation. Okay. See, all the time, remember one thing: we have to think about Krishna all the time, right? Manmana bhava madbhakti madhyaji mam mana namaskuru, right? And he also says, Ananyas chintayanto mam yojana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So what is Krishna saying? One who thinks about me all the time, I will take care of him, right? I will take care of him completely. I will give him what he lacks, and and I will make sure he has what he already has. Okay, so what more do we know want, right? Krishna will always be our sole caretaker. But for that, what should we do? Ananyash chintayanto mam. All the time we should think about Krishna. So if you join friends who are devotees, you will all the time think about Krishna, because you will discuss with your friends also about Krishna, right? These are three easiest ways to remember and offer devotional service. Okay, Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. Okay, now time. So Krishna, yeah, like you see in the picture, Krishna is the controller of the time. Okay, Krishna has the remote, and he is the controller of the time. Okay, and Kala is one of the subject matter, right? And when time comes, Krishna will destroy the material world. Okay, and again when time comes, Krishna will create this material world. Okay, this is an example of how to manage time. Okay, a lot of people say, no time only, Mataji, I couldn't chant today. Especially this happens during exams. And remember one thing, on during exams, if you chant more, you will score high marks. Okay, if you stop chanting during exams, there is a high risk that you will get less marks in your exam. Why? Because what is harinam? Hari means taking away. He takes away all the bad and gives you only auspiciousness. Okay, he gives you only goodness. Okay, so if, the more and more you chant Krishna's name during exams, the higher and higher your marks is going to be. Okay, and now, how do you manage time? This is a very nice example. Okay, first of all, you have to segregate your tasks. Okay, what is very important, what is less important, and what is not at all important. Okay, so what is very important, they are like big pebbles. Okay, which you put in a jar. When you put big pebbles in the jar, it takes away most of the place in the jar, right? So that, so very important tasks should take away most of the time in the day. Okay, and then you have to put smaller pebbles to fill the gaps in the jar. Okay, that means less time. Okay, whatever remaining time you have, that you should allocate for things which are less important. And even after doing that, if you have any time remaining, that little time you have to allocate for things which are not important. What are things which are not important? Like watching television. Okay, all these going out, like going to a restaurant, all these are not important, so those you should least prioritize. Okay, what is more important? Studying, chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita, listening to the lectures, learning kirtan. These are all very important. And what is not so important, you have to prioritize. Okay, talking to your friend, all these are not so important. So you need to prioritize accordingly. Only so first thing is, you have to first write down what is all very important to you. Okay, only after you finish doing all those things which are very important, tick. Okay, after that you can go to things which are not so important. Okay, after that whatever you do, even if you have any time remaining, then you have to do whatever things are not important. Okay, that way you will be able to finish um, your devotional service on time. You will also be able to finish your studies on time. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Now we will be learning about chapter number 13. Okay, if you have any doubts in chapter 12, uh, you can ask me at the end of the class. So chapter 12 was all about devotional service, right? So we understood how to serve the Lord, and we also understood what are the qualities that are dear to the Lord. Okay, so it was all about devotional service. Now chapter 13 is a shift from devotional service to the from bhakti yoga to jnana yoga. So remember the division that we already saw. First six chapters are about karma yoga, next six about bhakti yoga, next remaining six, that is from 13 to 18, it is Jnana Yoga. Okay, Jnana means knowledge. So Krishna is giving us a lot of knowledge about the science of Krishna consciousness. Okay, now before we start with the chapter, now that we've finished Bhakti Yoga, I want to begin this chapter 13, Jnana Yoga, with a story. Okay, so importance of chanting. So why is chanting very important? Okay, this is depicted from the story. There was a person, okay, a Brahmana. Before that, there are six Goswamis. Okay, who are Goswamis? They are all disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, see, these six Goswamis, they used to stay in Vrindavan. Okay, they used to follow the orders of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They used to sit and write lot of books for all of us to learn. Okay, now what happened, there was, out of this six Goswami, one Goswami is called Sanatana Goswami. Okay, his name is Sanatan Goswami. So what he used to do, he used to stay in Vrindavan and he used to write books on Krishna. Okay, on Krishna Bhakti. And what happened one day, he was writing under a tree. He was sitting and writing. Okay, he had a nice, house, as in it's a hut. Okay, they used to not stay in houses. They used to build hati. They used to live there, and then next day they used to go to another tree and live. Okay, so that day what happened? He was living in a hut. He had gone to take bath. Okay, and then that time once a Brahmana came there. Okay, a Brahmana came, went to the hut. Okay, it was empty because Sanatan Goswami had gone to take bath, right? And then he went, and there was a garbage like bin, okay, where you put all garbage in. So there was a touchstone. You know what's a touchstone? Touchstone is anciently referred to as a very valuable stone. Okay, where whatever you touch, I mean, whatever you touch that stone to. Okay, if you go touch something with that stone, whatever you touch, that becomes gold. Okay, so that expensive and that valuable touchstone is whatever you touch, it becomes gold. Okay, so touchstone is so valuable, it's so precious. Okay, so if you touch a stone also with a touchstone, that stone becomes gold. You become so rich, right? So that way, so there was a touchstone kept in the garbage bin. Okay, so this brahmana went and saw that touchstone. Okay, he was like, what? Touchstone is so precious, it's so valuable. Everything is converted to gold if using touchstone, and why is it put in the bin? So he takes it. Okay, he takes it, looks at it, and then keeps it there. Okay, and then he wants to ask Sanatan, I mean the owner of that hut, why it was kept there. Okay, so before that, the Brahmana had actually come to that place to visit Sanatan Goswami. Okay, and he had received a boon from Shiva, Lord Shiva, saying that you will get the most valuable thing in the world. Okay, that's what the Brahmana wanted. That's why he had meditated, and Lord Shiva came and gave him a boon. Okay, you will get whatever is most valuable in this world. That's why Brahmana had gone to Sanatan Goswami's house to get whatever is most valuable from him. Okay. Now Sanatan Goswami finishes bath and goes back to the hut, and then sees the Brahmana, meets him, and talks to him. And then Brahmana says, "Okay, give me whatever is most valuable in this world. Okay, that is the boon I've got from Shiva." Then Sanatana Goswami is like, okay, fine, I'll give you. Okay. And then before that, the Brahmana takes the touchstone and says, this is most valuable. No, I will take this. Okay. Then Brahmana is like, okay, I mean, the Sanatan Goswami is this, this is most, this you want. Okay, take it. So Brahmana is like, seriously? He's like, yeah, take it. I've anyway put it in the garbage bin, right? So I anyway don't want. So if you want, you take the touchstone. So Brahmana takes the touchstone and goes. On the way, he'll be like, the boon was to get the most valuable thing, right? Now, if Sanatan Goswami is saying that this is put in the garbage bin, how can this be valuable? Touchstone cannot be valuable because if it is valuable, why will Sanatan Goswami go put it in the garbage, right? So now he gets a doubt. So this is not valuable. So he goes back and asks Sanatan Goswami, no, no, this cannot be valuable. I want the most valuable thing in the world. If this was valuable, you wouldn't have put it in the dustbin. Then Sanatan Goswami is like, seriously, you want something most valuable? Okay, fine. Throw the touchstone, okay, into the garbage bin. Go to Yamuna, take bath, and come. I will give you the most valuable thing in the world. So Brahmana does exactly what Sanatan Goswami says. Goes, takes bath, and comes. Okay, and then Sanatan Goswami, you know what he gives him? Anybody knows? What is that most valuable thing that Sanatan Goswami gives him? Nobody. You can put your answers in the chat. Who is this? Yeah, tell me, Ayush.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Very good. Hari Bol. Yes. So that is the most valuable. So Sanatan Goswami instructs him, initiates him. Okay, gives him japamala, gives him his own japamala, and also the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and says you have to um, you know chant, this is the most valuable thing in the world. Only chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the most valuable thing in the world. Why? Harinam is the one that takes away all the auspiciousness, inauspiciousness, and gives only auspiciousness in our lives. Okay, and even gold, diamond, nothing stands in front of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is so valuable. Then Brahmana then realizes, because gold, silver, diamond, it goes away, right? When the material world gets destroyed, that will also go. And people, when they steal it from you, it goes away from you, right? It is temporary. But can anybody steal Hare Krishna Mahamantra from you? You can give it, nobody can steal it from you. And when you give it to somebody, will you lose it? No, right? Yeah, God will become more dear to you. I mean, you will become more dear to Krishna, and you will start chanting more and more if Krishna sees you giving Hare Krishna Mahamantra to somebody else, okay, to your friend or anybody. Okay, that is the power of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, even gold, diamond, money, nothing stands in front of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why? Because there is Krishna's name in it. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. All Krishna's potencies he is put in the name of the name of Krishna. Okay, so when you say Krishna, Krishna is there. All his energy is put in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, in the name called Krishna, in the name called Rama. Okay, remember during Ramayana what happened? All of them while building the bridge, they used to put stones in the water, right, so that they float. How did they float? So once what happened? They put a normal stone inside the water. Okay, Indian Ocean. It actually it was sinking. And then they were like, how do we build the bridge? It is sinking. Then you know what Hanuman said? It is sinking because we've not written the name of the Lord on the stone. So that's when they started writing Lord Ram's name on every stone. Every big stone they used to write Lord's name, then put it in the ocean. It was floating. Okay. Only after writing the name of the Lord, it floated. Why? That is the power of the name. Ram was there, no? Ram was present during the bridge construction with all the Hanuman and his team. Ram was also present. Why didn't the stones float? Ram himself was present. Why didn't the stone float? Because the Lord has invested all his energy in the name, not in the person. Okay, even if you have a Krishna's photo, saying Krishna is more powerful than looking at the photo. Because Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. Sarva Shakti, all his energy is in the name of the Lord. Okay, that's why the moment they wrote the name Lord, then only the stones started floating. Okay, why? That is the power of Harinam. That's why Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful. Okay, when the moment every time you say Krishna's name, Narayana's name, any god's name, okay, he has so many names, right? Achyuta, Narayana, Ananta, any Krishna's name you say, that is more powerful, okay, than doing anything in the world. That's why Krishna said, no need to do Ashtanga Yoga, no need to go to the forest and meditate. Just say Krishna's name all the time. And why is Krishna's name even more powerful? There was a slide. I'll show you that slide, okay, tomorrow or day after tomorrow's class. There was a slide why Krishna's name is more powerful than any other name. Even if you say Vishnu, say Narayana, it is less powerful compared to Krishna. Even if you say Ram is also less powerful than Krishna. Krishna is the most powerful name of the Lord. Okay, why? We will see that, okay, in the coming chapters. There is a nice, beautiful slide for that. Okay, now that's why keep saying Krishna Krishna all the time and keep saying Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, and yeah, so now Arjuna in 13th chapter is called as Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Okay, nature, enjoyer, and consciousness. Now this is Jnana Yoga, right? Knowledge. So now Arjuna has so many questions about Jnana Yoga. He's very inquisitive. Knowledge, right? So Krishna starts giving Arjuna knowledge. So now Arjuna asks about Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnana, Jnayam, Prakriti, Purusha, and the union. Okay, these are the things which Arjuna asks, and Krishna starts explaining them. And Krishna gives us a nice vision of knowledge. Okay, let's offer our obeisances. Now, he asks Krishna about those questions. Okay, Arjuna उवाच प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञश्च एव च एतद् वेदितुम् इच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च कृष्ण. Keshava. Okay, now Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Now Arjuna asks Kshetra, Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, okay, Jnanam and Gneyam. These are the things Arjuna asks. Okay, now Krishna starts explaining them. Now, what is Prakriti? Prakriti is the material nature. Okay, and Purusha is the enjoyer. Okay, and the field is the body. Okay, and that is the field is the Kshetra means place, right? Field. And then knower of the field is Kshetrajnam. Okay, and then the knowledge and the end of knowledge. So Jnanam is knowledge, Gneyam is the object of knowledge. What do you want to know after understanding the knowledge? Okay, the object here is Krishna, right? We all want to know Krishna ultimately. Okay, now these are the things in short. Remember all this, okay? Very important. It's very easy. Prakriti, we already know. Prakriti is nature, right? Material nature. Purusha is the enjoyer, and who is the supreme enjoyer? Krishna. That we also know, right? So we already know all this. And then the field is the place, right? Kshetra means place, right? Place means where the soul and super soul are sitting. That is the place. Body, right? They are sitting in the body. So our body is the field, Kshetra. And knower of the field, right? Knower means who is knowing that this is the body that I'm staying in. That is the soul. My soul knows it, right? So knower of the field is Kshetrajnam. That is the soul. Okay. And super soul. Then knowledge. Knowledge is Jnanam. Okay. And the object of knowledge. What exactly you want to know through knowledge? That is Krishna. That is the object of knowledge. Jnayam. Object of knowledge is Jnayam. Okay. Then Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram इति अभिधीयते एतद् यो वेत्ति तं प्रभु क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः. So the same thing Krishna is explaining. Okay, kshetram shariram kaunteya. So kshetra is the sharira, body, that I already told, the place where soul and super soul stay. Okay, now it is described in the beginning, dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam ajara, right? So one from one body the soul and moves to another body. So when the soul moves to another body, the other body becomes the kshetra for the soul. Kshetra is the place for the soul, for the soul to rest. Right now, my soul, I am resting in this particular body. So this becomes the kshetra. Then when I leave my body and go to another body, that becomes my kshetra, the place. Okay, and knower of the place. Okay, this is my house. We say no. So for the soul, this body is the house, right? And knowing that knower of that is the soul. I should know that this is my body for now, as of now, right? That knower, that is called Kshetrajna. So Kshetrajna is the soul. Okay. And now Arjuna is very inquisitive. Okay. Now Arjuna is like, who are we? Are we the body? Are we the soul? Who is the enjoyer, right? Uh, and then Purusha, right? Prakriti is the nature, Purusha is the enjoyer, and the knowledge. Okay, so he asks all this. We already know we are the soul, we are not the body. Okay, this we just saw, right? Lecture remaining. How do we learn? See, now Krishna is giving lot of knowledge. Okay, Jnana Yoga. That is the reason we learned this in the 12th chapter, preparing to understand Jnana Yoga. Jnana is knowledge. Now Krishna is giving us a lot of knowledge. We have to remember all this knowledge. How? Through this process, right? When you hear in the class, it is just 5%. But when you read and watch the video back at home, it is 20 to 30, 10 to 20%. Then when you demonstrate it, 30%. When you discuss the same with anybody, your friends and all, 50%. Then when you practically do it, it is more. It keeps increasing, right? And when you teach others, you have to practice it regularly, 75%. And when you teach others, 90%. Okay. And what is that remaining 10%? Krishna Kripa. That is why you have to do Ekadashi properly, so that you will get Krishna's mercy fast. If you eat grains on Ekadashi, what happens? Papa Purusha sitting. You become more bad and bad, right? If you become bad, does Krishna take you? No, right? That's why. And then you can eat sabudana. See, you are all very small, okay? You're all kids. So you don't have to fast. If you cannot fast, don't fast. It's fine. But chant more. That is important. You have to chant more. You have to do more and more devotional service on Ekadashi. Okay, it's not about chanting. Fasting. Ekadashi is not okay. I will fast. I will not eat anything. Sit in one place. No, even if you eat, no problem, but you have to chant more. Okay, at least one extra round, and you have to read more and more of Bhagavad Gita, listen to more and more of lectures on that day, sing more and more about Krishna that day. Okay, that is the whole essence of Ekadashi. It's not that you have to sit in one place without eating or drinking anything. Okay, and then, so now Krishna goes on explaining. Okay, kshetra Brahm. Anybody wants to chant? Anybody wants to chant the shloka? Who is this? I'm not. able to see who raised their hands. Why? Okay, Shresht.
Yes, Mataji. Kshetrajnam chapi mam viddhi sarvakshetreshu bharata kshetrakshetrajnaya jnanam yatta jnanam matam nama.
Yeah. So you should understand that I am also the knower of the body. So I know I told you, right? Kshetram, the soul knows that this is the body. Knower of the body is the soul. But super soul is also there in the body, right? So that's why super soul is also the knower of the body. So knower of the body is soul and super soul. Okay? Atma and Paramatma. Okay? And then so that is about Kshetrajnam, he explains. Now, please hear a brief description about the field of activity. Okay? Kshetra, Kshetrajnam, right? Kshetra means field, body. Soul sits in this place, the body, and then performs activities, right? So that is what Krishna is saying over here. And now the real problems in life. What are the real problems in life? Birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. These are the real problems, not the problems that we are thinking. Okay, oh God, tomorrow I have extra class. My earrings broke, my phone broke. These are all not problems. The real problems is birth, death, old age, and disease. Can we escape this? No. If your phone breaks, you can get another phone, right? If you have extra class tomorrow, you have to mentally prepare yourself and attend. But birth, death, old age, disease, do you have any solution? No. Can you say, okay, I'll do this, I'll stop taking birth, I will go back to Krishna? No, the only way you can go back to Krishna, stop this birth, death, old age, disease problems, is by chanting. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly. That is the only way. Otherwise, because these problems are given to us by the law of nature, right? Durga Devi, the material world, is under Durga Mata's control. And Durga Mata is very strong. She sends us to Krishna only if we are 100% pure. Okay, because she does not want us to go to Krishna and then again struggle, suffer over there. Because if we are not pure, we go there again, we will suffer. Okay, we will start converting the entire Golok Vrindavana atmosphere. Again, we will disturb there also. We will disturb everybody else. That's why Durga Mata tests us completely. When we are pure, then only she sends us. Okay, that's why we have to chant regularly and with determination. Okay, food, shelter, like I said, clothing, I don't have clothes, all this is temporary problem. Okay. mm. Okay, now yeah, so the study habits. So now Krishna talks about the good qualities. See, Jnana Yoga deals with the good and bad qualities. Okay, knowledge. You should know what is right, what is wrong, right? Now, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when you chant, it becomes your habit. And when something becomes habit, okay, you always think of it. Okay, what is considered habit? Okay, you wash your hands before eating. Why do you do that regularly? Because it's become a habit, right? When you eat, you'll first of all stop eating and think, okay, did I wash my hands, right? So the same way, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly, every day when you wake up, you'll be like, okay, did I chant today? And you will start chanting. It becomes a habit. Okay, and when you cultivate good habits, you will become a person. When you cultivate bad habits, you will become a bad person. Your habits tell others what you are, and who you are, whether you are good or bad. So you have to maintain proper time management that we just learnt about. First, give your studies good preference. Finish your study, finish your chanting. Then remaining, okay, allocate the remaining time for other things. Okay, studies and chanting should always be your priority. Okay, these, like I told you, good habits determine who you are. Okay, if you keep your room clean, then you are considered good. Okay, so if you keep everything properly arranged, neat, okay, and clean, then you're considered good. If you have bad habits, then you're considered bad. Okay, eating vegetarian food is considered good habit. If you sit and eat non-veg, then what is that? You become a bad person. Krishna will not like you. Okay, so reading books, reading Krishna books. Okay, this was the Krishna book that I was talking about. Okay, it's available on, even I think Amazon, I'm not sure. Every ISKCON temple it's available. Okay, you can just order. um, if you chant regularly, see, wherever you are you can chant, in the car also you can chant. Okay, these are all good habits. Okay, you have to inculcate good habits, then only we become good. Yeah, when you eat non-veg, what happens? Your body becomes a graveyard, right? Because you're eating dead bodies. You're eating dead bodies of animals, and your body is becoming a graveyard. Your stomach is becoming graveyard, and that means you're destroying the body that is given to you by the Lord. This body is a temple. Krishna stays in the form of Paramatma. He stays in your body, and you cannot eat dead bodies and make and contaminate this temple. Do you take dead bodies inside a temple when you go? No, right? They are always outside. So when you take dead bodies inside your body, what happens? Krishna is there in your body in the form of Paramatma. He is getting disturbed. The temple atmosphere is getting disturbed. So consider your body to be a temple and don't eat non-veg. Okay, if you are eating. And on Ekadashi day, take a sankalpa that telling, asking Krishna for help. I want to stop eating non-veg. Krishna, help me. I want to chant more. Krishna, I'm not able to chant. If you're not able to do anything, if you're not able to read, if you're not able to chant, if you're not able to do any devotion service properly, you're trying but you're not able to, then on Ekadashi day, if you go and ask Krishna, taking a sankalpa saying please help me, I will improve, that is called sankalpa. Okay, then Krishna will help you. Ekadashi day is a very special day for taking sankalpa. Okay, if you take all the sankalpa, it will work very fast. Okay, if you miss taking sankalpa today for this Ekadashi, you have to wait till next Ekadashi. Okay, so better do it today. Okay, so these are all bad habits. See, smoking, stealing, eating non-veg, lying, telling a lie, eating alcohol, sorry, drinking alcohol. Okay, and then going to a restaurant and just eating whatever is there. Okay, without offering it to the Lord. All that is wrong. Okay, see, going to restaurant, I mean, I'm not saying okay, stop going to hotel and all. Go, but then before you eat, offer it to the Lord in the plate. Before you take the first bite or spoon, what do? You would say, Krishna, first you eat and then I will eat it as your prasadam. Then you eat. Okay, so you have to consciously think of Krishna, no? Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, like the example that we saw, the parrot and the cage, right? We are inside the body in this material world stuck. And if the person is cleaning the cage, will the parrot be happy? No, you have to feed the parrot, right? The food for soul is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This example we already saw in the second chapter, right? We have to feed the parrot. Not cleaning the cage will not help. We are just taking care of our body, eating nicely and all. But we are not feeding the soul, right? Soul we have to feed, and food for soul is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yeah, see, real importance means complete faith in the mercy of the Lord. So what is Krishna saying? Whatever bad is happening, you should still consider Krishna will come and protect you. That is how the real independence you get from the material world. Like Prahlad, he was thrown into the fire and to kill. Okay, I mean to be killed, and he was still smiling and he was like, Krishna will come and help. Right? He was doing smaranam. He was always remembering Krishna in his mind, offering devotional service. And finally, Krishna used to come and save him all the time when he was killed. I mean, attempted to kill. Right? That is called, so that time did he say no, no, fire will burn me, no, no, Krishna will not come? No, he said Krishna will come and protect me. Right, so these are all big people who've spoken about Bhagavad Gita. Okay, you can read these testaments. I will post one by one in the group. Okay, uh, people like Einstein, okay, Albert Einstein has read Bhagavad Gita. So many people, okay, and Mahatma Gandhi always used to have pocket Bhagavad Gita, okay, all the time. And he used to say, it is not only my Bible, my Quran, it is more than that. It is my mother. Bhagavad Gita is his mother. What is the meaning? He's saying whatever problem he has, for an answer, he used to search Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has all the answers. We saw in the orientation class, right? Whatever problems our life has, Bhagavad Gita has the answer. So that's why he said mother. Like how we have, if we have any problem, we ask our mother, right, for suggestion. In the same way, Gandhiji used to ask Bhagavad Gita. He used to read Bhagavad Gita and find the answer. So now we are all, I'm not telling all of us are good. We all have so many bad qualities, right? So now we have to replace. How? Rather than eating ready made hotel food all the time, eat Krishna Prasadam. Okay, even if it is curd rice, even if it is milk and water, eat Krishna prasadam. Okay, and then instead of watching web series, what do you have to do? Watch, you can, instead of watching web series on other things, watch about Krishna and Acharya, watch about Gaudiya Vaishnava. There's a beautiful movie on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, if you find it, watch it, it's very nice. Okay, so instead of watching other shows, watch about Krishna, read about Krishna, right? And then toxic friends, like I already told, material friends who don't even know there is God. People don't even know, a lot of people know there is God exists, no, I don't believe, they say, right? So leave such company, and go with devotee association, good association. Okay, and then instead of keep on scrolling through your phone, what do? Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, better. And instead of putting something and all as the WhatsApp status, put Krishna conscious quotations. Okay, or something related to Krishna in your WhatsApp status, so that your friends will become curious, they will also become Krishna conscious then. Okay, and then instead of complaining about things, be thankful, you've at least got it, right? Yeah, you'll be like, okay, your mom cooked food and gave you, you'll be like, this is not tasty. Instead of complaining, thank your mom. Okay, thanks for cooking and giving me. Okay, that's how you become good. Okay, and then instead of blaming others, you make a change, take a positive action. Okay, and then overthink, don't sit and overthink, Krishna will take care. Okay, rather sit and listen to a kirtan, that is better. Okay, so these are all qualities you have to inculcate. Nobody is good, but we have to become good, and we can definitely become good. Take a sankalpa on Ekadashi. I want to become Krishna, please. I want to become good Krishna, please help me. Okay, if you take a sankalpa like that, go and stand in front of Krishna's photo and take this, Krishna will help you. Okay, if you don't do it today, you have to wait till next Ekadashi. You will be delayed, right? So in all the bodies, Krishna will be there next to you as um Paramatma. That's why both knower of the soul and the knower, I mean, Paramatma, Jivatma and Paramatma are the knower of the body, not just the soul. Okay, now, um, yeah, the five great elements that we have, the falls, that is the Panchabhutas, no, that the body is made up of water, earth, water, fire, either, all that. Along with that, the intelligence, okay, the sense organs, then the mind, the five sense objects, okay, the desire, hatred, happiness, distress, all these are field of activities. Okay, what does the soul do sitting in the body? All this only, no? Feeling happy about something, feeling sad about something. The mind functions, the five sense objects. So these are all considered the activities of the field. Okay, the number of, yeah, see, the changes of the body, no? Kaumaram, Yavanam, Jara, all this. Okay, the first the body is born, then it grows, then it stays, then it reproduces, then begins to decay, and finally it dies, vanishes, right? So that is what Krishna is telling. These are all non-permanent. Okay, because it keeps happening, right? And